It's currently 3-2 to me, but today Phil's feeling confident.
He's looking at the internet every day.
Lots of men look at the internet every day, Phil.
So nice.
Doesn't mean we're going to succeed.
We're battling some seriously entrenched views.
It's dull. It really is dull.
I won't be taken away from this house. I just won't.
And some not so helpful advice.
So long as you don't cock it up, then why would they move?
Right back at you, Phil.
I think that is substantially bigger.
I say it's about the same.
No.
Oh, come on.
And whilst it's not all doom and gloom,
This room lifts my heart.
Even Kirsty would be jealous of that.
In the end, there's only one question that matters.
Are you going to love it?
Or list it.
today we're in Suffolk in the beautiful market town of Bury St Edmunds, where, unbelievably, Phil and I have never been before.
Suffolk is the home of John Peel, obviously.
Obviously.
He was a Suffolk man. I tell you who else hails from Suffolk is, Bessinger.
Yes.
Yes.
Eddie.
No, this is ridiculous.
Why are we having brain failure?
Because we're old, Phil. We're having brain failure because we're old.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran comes from Suffolk.
We're so down with the kids. And in what's-his-name's home county...
A battle is raging between Lauren and Christian Grant over their 4-bed detached house.
I think the biggest problem is just a box. The rooms are all square. It's got no history.
I always felt like it could be a forever home.
Well, we can do the work and it can be a
I
stepping
know we're
stone.
really joking about this, but I really do want to stay.
They bought it 4 years ago after the birth of their son Oscar. And now, with 1-year-old Annie on the scene, Lauren is firmly embedded in their family home.
When I'm at work, I just think, oh, I can't wait to get home. And 100% it is this house.
Christian, not so much.
This house is just always going to be an ugly box. You look at the outside, it's brown. It is a very beige house.
We could make this house more attractive from the outside.
Well, it's a bit like putting lipstick on a pig, though, isn't it?
No, you can't say that.
Can I not?
No.
Well, if anyone can make a silk purse from a sow's ear, it's my friend Kirsty.
And it's not just the aesthetics he hates. The ground floor may be a generous 62 square metres, but it's divided into 3 dysfunctional rooms that separate the family.
The downstairs space in this house just doesn't work. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen where the children are other places. In the evenings, when we all eat together, we sit there facing the wall, under the units. So it is pretty depressing.
Yeah. The dining room isn't a dining room, it's just a kids' play area full of plastic.
It's a plastic storage area.
Yes.
On top of the lack of dining space, the lounge can only seat 3 people. And then there's...
The garage is just my personal nightmare. It's just a dumping ground for everything that doesn't have a place.
Unlike the problems downstairs, the 4 bedrooms are lovely and suited to family life.
The upstairs is perfect for us and we've made it just how we want it. So I feel we've really put our stamp on upstairs. It's really beautiful.
As is the surrounding neighbourhood.
Christian is saying he's not going to be budged, but equally, I won't be taken away from this house. I just won't.
2 very ingrained camps here, Kirsty, but it's OK. We're on our way to settle this debate once and for all.
More epically bad parking.
It's a feature nowadays.
We could do an entire show called Phil Can't Park. Hello.
Hi. Come in.
Thank you.
Who wants to love, who wants to list?
I want to list it, yeah. I think it's about time. So we've almost done everything we can to this, but it's never going to be the perfect property for me.
OK. And Lauren?
Definitely team love it. Kirsty, need your help. I've got all the space, but it just doesn't work at the moment. So we've spent a lot of time doing upstairs, haven't we? And it's lovely and we love it. And we just want to make downstairs the same as upstairs.
Well, one of you does.
Well, I do.
OK, I'm interested, Christian. Why are you so convinced that this house can't be improved?
Because it's not got any character. You can add things to it, but it's still never going to be something with history, something with a story behind it. We can get something much nicer. much more to our taste if we go outside of Bury, possibly a barn conversion. But the timing's right now to do the work and to maximise the saleability of this before we move on to the next project.
We have made down here sort of livable. This kitchen it's got lots of space, but you have to sit under
No, it's
this.
mad.
Yeah.
I can see. I'm already worried that Phil's going to delay us by braining himself.
Yeah.
It's a little bit tight. Is this the only place that you have to sit in?
That's right, yeah.
My feeling is I just want to go like this. I'm sitting and I just want to go.
It feels claustrophobic.
What is it that you love about the house, then?
Obviously, the location's perfect for us. Walk to town. Oscar's school is really close. Grandparents are close by. I think all the space is here. It's just about reconfiguring it to make it work for us.
What's happened to the garden?
What has happened to the garden?
Yeah. So we this year bought, so where that metal fence is, all of that land, from the council.
I think it's like 13 metres by about 10 metres.
Yeah. So that's a lot. This house is absolutely the dream for a huge percentage of the population because it's that thing you can never get, which is a new build with a really good-sized garden.
Yeah.
For your budget, would you be able to get a house with character here in Bury?
I think we'd have to move outside of Bury, and I'm willing to do that.
Well, I grew up in a small village, so I'm used to that. But actually living in Bury, just being able to walk into town like 10 minutes.
Christian looks like a man who's...
Yeah.
Christian's admin.
He's set.
Yeah.
Yes, he's definitely got that look about him.
But Lauren's equally determined to stay.
So this was the dining room. I think it's going to be relatively straightforward for you here.
It is absolutely just about utilising that garden. If it's done well with bifold doors and the garden comes into the house and the house goes into the garden.
That said, this house is never going to have the curb appeal Christian craves.
He wants character, he wants projects, he wants opportunities to do DIY. I know someone very similar.
Christian wants a more charming home and a proper doer-upper that he can put his stamp on. But a house and garden this size that's walking distance to town is pretty special. With Oscar's school and grandparents on the doorstep, it's a tough location to live up to.
There is enormous opportunity
is.
to make this house immensely practical and easy to live in.
One thing you're going to have to be careful of is not just sticking a box on the back. This is a bit of a boxy house.
This is your grandmother sucking eggs, Phil.
She may mock, but usable space isn't the issue here, it's character.
Phil, what are you doing upstairs?
I'm admiring it.
Oh, OK, I'm coming.
Loads of space, much more than I was expecting, actually.
Oh, yes, this is your problem upstairs, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
You've got to find something that compares to this.
I admit the upstairs is just perfect for a family of 4, but it's the downstairs flow where the issue lies.
We set up our cameras to see just how well their current living space works for them. The current layout means they are nearly always separated as a family, with the kids spending around 50% of their time in the lounge, whilst Lauren and Christian spend 60 to 70% of their time in the kitchen. With everyone only coming together to play or for meal times, it's a bit rubbish for a family wanting to spend more time together. I've got 60 grand to revolutionise the downstairs and make the most of their newly acquired garden space.
I think what they've done buying the extra plot has been fantastic. I think there is the opportunity to do something interesting out here,
Really
but you'll
interesting.
actually have to spend some money landscaping this and making it cool if he's going to stay in it.
It's fine.
I think it's a really good house.
Yeah,
I really do.
yeah,
And given that they can walk the kids to school,
yeah.
so long as you don't cock it up, then why would they move?
So you're saying if they move, it means I have cocked up, which is a charming and vulgar expression.
I knew you'd appreciate it.
So every time someone lists it,
No,
it's because
not
I've made
everyone.
a mistake.
It's just, in this occasion, I think it's fairly straightforward to sort it out. I think the odds are stacked against me.
I do enjoy a bit of reverse psychology. Meanwhile, I've got 430,000 to compete with Kirsty's build.
Having grown up in a village, Lauren could be swayed by country living. But it's worth noting that moving would cost them $11,500 in stamp duty and just under $9,500 in moving costs and legal fees. That's just under £21,000. A lot of money.
So Kirsty's got the nice, straightforward job of sorting out your house. I've got to find you something to move to, or at least tempt you, Lauren, to move to. What should I be after?
4 bedrooms, nice big garden, near good schools, so that would definitely be a factor. And it's got to be commutable for work.
And Christian?
Something that's been repurposed is my absolute dream. Yeah.
Something with a bit of history and personality.
Definitely, yeah.
And have you been out looking? Have you started the search on the internet? Or...
Yeah, so I tend to look every morning. That's the first thing I do when I wake up.
You're
That's addictive.
No, honestly.
That is one dedicated man. I'm looking for a 4-bed detached property. Open plan family space, big garden and, above all, character.
I've had a look around the house. Basically, I think that it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. It's very simple to extend this house. If you do it in a really special way, you can create something amazing with real character.
Yeah.
Because character and modern do not need to be mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
They're obviously not afraid of a project, and therefore I've got fairly much carte blanche to show them interesting things. I think they've given it to you on a plate buying this plot of land. All ready to go.
Have you realised how bitter...
That's an extension.
Have you realised how bitter and twisted you've sounded today, Phil?
I can't see how, with the money that we've got, we can make this
I have every
a
faith.
house of our dreams.
I have every faith in Kirsty. She will do it.
One thing I do take great comfort from is the fact that he's looking at the internet every day. There is a man that definitely wants to move.
Lots of men look at the internet every day, Phil.
Say nice.
Doesn't mean we're going to succeed.
I don't need to look for anywhere else.
You might miss a really good opportunity.
The opportunity is here.
In charming Bury St Edmunds, product manager Christian Grant has had enough of his not-so-quaint 4-bed home.
There's absolutely no character to it. It just is dull. It really is dull.
But wife and teacher Lauren has decided that this is their forever home.
It has so much potential, this house. The space is here, especially downstairs, but it just needs a bit of love to make it.
So true, Lauren. And with some Love It magic and a budget of 60 grand, I'm on the case.
While I'm heading into the Suffolk countryside with £430,000 to show them the incredible character-filled houses they could afford.
Lauren's well underway in her battle to stay put. But I know that she was brought up in a village, and I'm hoping if I can find somewhere that offers that kind of village lifestyle, then she might just be tempted into a move.
I'll need to find a village within easy commute of both Cambridge and Ipswich, where these guys work. But Suffolk is full of scenic villages and picturesque properties, something Christian certainly wouldn't call his current home.
What are you hoping to see today?
Character, a bit of curb appeal, something with room for improvement as well, really.
Something that feels homely.
I think I might have got something that encapsulates all 3 of those requirements.
Exciting.
My first house is in the quiet hamlet of Grimston End, around 7 miles outside Bury St Edmunds, and a 40-minute commute for them both.
So what do you make of this?
Wow, look at that.
A very pretty house.
Very
in a very
nice.
big plot.
Yeah, look at that garden.
It's 30 grand under their 430 grand budget. So at £400,000, this charming 19th century cottage is pure chocolate box, rather than boring beige box, eh, Christian? And whilst it's a good chance to see if this is the kind of character they want, it certainly has the open plan kitchen diner they need, as well as a lovely spacious living room. Upstairs, there are only 3 bedrooms, but I want to see what's more important, size or character. If it's size, then there's still plenty of room to extend into the huge garden, although it's looking a little frazzled from this hot summer sun. This house, though, has the potential to be the project Christian's after.
Very pretty.
And Christian,
Very
how
quiet.
large do you think the plot is in comparison to yours?
I think that is substantially bigger.
I say it's about the same.
No.
Oh, come on.
Lauren.
Lauren's clearly in denial. It's significantly bigger than their plot at home. And when it comes to charm, there's bucket loads more here, starting with the welcoming lounge.
Easy to live in, lots of character and interest. Come through to the kitchen. The ceilings are a little bit low,
Yeah.
but it's very family-friendly.
I love the outside space. The ceiling height down here might be a bit of an issue, I think. It feels, I think, a bit too... I mean, looking at you, Phil, there's not much room left.
Yeah, I haven't got any hair.
That's working with Kirsty for you. Because it's an old cottage, though, there is another compromise I'll have to admit to.
My confession
Here we go.
is that it's only got 3 bedrooms upstairs. However, it's on the market at £400,000, so well under budget. And there is opportunity to extend to the side and possibly do double story. So there's options, and you've got the budget to sort it out.
Upstairs, the quaintness continues in the bedrooms.
So what have we got? Second bedroom?
Second bedroom. It is small, isn't it?
Yeah, it's single.
Oh, this is a better
this
size, isn't it?
What? So we're missing the 4th bedroom for the character. And
Yeah, the space up here isn't as good, is it, as what we have?
I think it's sacrificing too much.
Judging by Christian's reactions, the cottage feel of low ceilings and snug bedrooms isn't the kind of character he was thinking of.
Come and join me in the field.
Needs a bit of water.
Yes, it could do with a bit of water at this point. But how'd you get on upstairs?
It's cosy. It's small, I think, for what we need.
But you're gaining a lot downstairs.
100%,
Yeah, I absolutely love it out here. This is ideal.
It's challenging, isn't it? Because if you want character, you're going to have to deal with something.
Or just not move.
Or maybe sacrifice some of the age. Maybe it's more interest in something different rather than particularly the age of the property.
Yeah.
Seeing the upstairs space, I just think, well, our upstairs space is lovely and we will do downstairs and then we won't have to move and we've got everything we want at home. At home.
Phil will find us something. I think I've thrown him a curveball by saying character when I didn't really mean character.
You just meant interesting.
I just meant not ours.
Not brown box.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like it's been a bit of a full start to the search, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't been worthwhile, because I'm now no longer looking for character. I'm only looking for interest, and that actually opens the search right up.
Oh dear, Phil. Whilst you're going back to the drawing board, I'm cracking on with creating a fabulous family home with all the extra living space this family need.
What we need to do is get rid of this. There's no need for that. And we need to move that wall back to where the other one is. So if you stand there, this would be a really big, grand sitting room. I mean, this is just inefficient use of storage.
With a budget of 60 grand, there's money to extend downstairs. But there are constraints on how big I can go.
Your worry that you raised a lot, Christian, is that you've bought all this extra garden and you don't want to build into it and lose it. But I don't think you need to do that.
The family currently live in separate rooms. I plan to extend 3 metres from the back of the house to create the bigger kitchen they're desperate for. Glass doors at the side mean the lawn can come right up to a picture window with seating that looks out over the garden. Internally, the makeshift store in the garage will be split in 2, creating a utility room and a proper organised storeroom. The sitting room isn't extended, which creates a sheltered outside patio area for alfresco dining, but losing the dividing arch and moving the partition will make a huge difference to the space.
It leaves you with a 14-foot by 20-foot room.
Wow, yeah.
And I want you, it's big, and I want you to remember that figure, Christian, and I want you to give that figure to Phil Spencer because he has to find you something similar. So
what you would have is this great big room, and then you would have an 18 by 14-foot kitchen. That's a really big kitchen diner.
Brilliant.
And I think if we do this the right way, you will really love it. And I'm not saying it'll keep you here forever, but it might keep you here for a bit.
I like them. It's going to take a little bit of time to digest.
But having the extra big utility and the storeroom, that's going to work really well, isn't it? Moving
Yeah.
that wall. And a nice big living room as well. Live in it forever.
I'll be excited to live in it for a little while
Yeah.
and then sell it.
We'll see.
Well, despite Christian's doubts, they clearly love my plan. With a few tweaks, just 4 months later, the family have moved out and the extension is up. As the old internal wall is removed, there's a first glimpse of the new kitchen space.
It's gone up so quickly, it looks amazing. It's bigger than I expected, actually. So when the footings went down, it was kind of, oh, is it big enough? But now it definitely looks like it's going to make a massive difference.
I rest my case, Mr. Spencer.
But with all that mess going on back home, I've got a house up my sleeve that's already perfect for them.
So who's driving things at home? Who's driving the design?
Me.
Lauren's trying to constrain me slightly with the budget.
Yeah, because you have grand ideas.
You don't want to spend too much money at home because you want to leave it and sell it to somebody else, but you need to get the maximum amount of value out of it. It's tough.
Meanwhile, I've got my own challenges. My first property offered cottage character, but low ceilings and small rooms meant Christian found it a bit claustrophobic. So I need to find something characterful, but that doesn't compromise on space and suits modern family living. But I think I've found something really quite special in the village of Rickinghall, 16 miles outside Bury, but still commutable distance for both of them.
So I'm hoping that you're going to say that this is an interesting-looking house.
This is stunning.
Yeah, it's
This
gorgeous.
is absolutely beautiful.
So it's got character and interest, but it hasn't got some of the bits and pieces that you weren't so comfortable about.
Yeah.
Parts of this beautiful house are almost 200 years old, but recent renovations, unlike in Property 1, have kept ceiling height and room sizes generous, and a superb modern extension creates a lovely open-plan kitchen diner. There's 4 bedrooms here. Large, stylish sitting room, a great office, and a huge shed outside that houses a gym. Come on now, an actual gym. All for the asking price of £425,000. That's £5,000 under budget.
I think it's a genuinely fantastic example and demonstrates to you, I hope you'll agree when you see inside, that they are out there.
Yeah.
It is in budget, it's at 425.
Wow, OK, I love it. From the outside, it's absolutely stunning.
It is really beautiful.
Well, if the outside has impressed them, the inside will clinch it.
Right, so this kitchen was the extension they put on 5 years ago.
So nice.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I like the pantry as well. That's
Pantry is just the best. Have a look in there.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Even Kirsty would be
Yeah,
jealous
she would
of
love
that.
that.
That's gorgeous.
Stunning.
Yep, Lauren's looking nervous. Kirsty's never going to give her one of those. And along with the gorgeous living room.
Oh, this is lovely, isn't it? So cosy.
Yeah, it's a really good space. Yeah.
Upstairs, the bedrooms continue to knock the socks off their house back home.
Master bedroom, loads of storage built in, a really smart ensuite with shower.
It's so nice. Yeah,
It's just
lovely.
so well finished, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Why don't you have an explore the rest of the space?
Yeah.
I'll meet you in the garden.
Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. You could easily fit a double bed in here if you wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very nice.
Oh, so this is a good size.
Really good size.
So that's three doubles?
Three
and a single?
doubles,
Okay.
yeah. and a
That's really
single.
good. Yeah.
Really good. It's probably a bit better than we have at home, to be honest.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Get in. Time for a bit of gloating, methinks.
nailed it here. Mind you, thinking of trying to buy it myself and move in because I love it. It really is a spot on. What's not to like?
Exactly.
East facing, I like the fact that there's a barbecue area, there's a sitting area, there's a pond, and there's sheds up here and growing vegetables looking out to the field.
Yeah, it's almost perfect, I think.
Christian, you said to me that you felt as much as you wanted to move, you were worried that you might have to make compromises to your requirements in order to get the character that you wanted. I hope this demonstrates that's not always the case. Doesn't have to be the case.
No, I don't think there's any compromises here.
No, I think this is absolutely perfect. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Lauren, is it the kind of place that you could see yourself living?
Definitely. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Definitely, I think so.
No. Yeah, OK. Definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, this is quite the turnaround from Love It Lauren.
I would definitely consider putting an offer in on this property.
I think even I would, to be honest. I'm supposed to be love it.
Phil's done a good job.
Yeah, he's done a really good job, really good.
Well, I've absolutely proved that what they want does exist. Christian's firmly on board. I think Lauren, as much as she adores the house, she is still struggling with the whole kind of concept of listing. But anyway, I'm delighted. I'm in a happy place. I think I might go and find a beer garden.
I want to make this house my forever home. I don't want to move.
And you won't have to, Lauren, as I'm going to convince Christian to love this 1990s four-bed in Bury St Edmunds.
I don't think that anything Kirsty can do within our budget will make this feel like the property that I would want to spend the rest of my life in.
I hear you, Christian. And with a budget of up to $430,000, I've already shown them the house of their dreams.
I would definitely consider putting an offer in on this property.
I think even I would, to be honest.
It's not over yet, Phil. They were both blown away by my plan to transform the downstairs of their house. So, 4 months later, I am back in Bury. Not quite as sunny, but what I'm here to see is whether this extension has got the wow factor that Christian is so desperate for. My plan gave the guys better living space, a utility and bigger kitchen diner. Now with the work well underway, will it be impressive enough for Christian?
Oh, wow. That's a quick answer to my question. This definitely has wow factor. That's enormous. What's extraordinary standing here is how small that kitchen was.
The guys have taken on all my suggestions for the extension, but have opted to make the kitchen even bigger at the expense of the sitting room.
Under the original plan, the wall was being put in here. It could have had a spectacular sitting room and a spectacular kitchen. As it is, it's got a really spectacular kitchen with play area and a pretty compromised sitting room. That's what's worrying me.
Which means the sitting room is only 14.6 square metres, whilst the kitchen is a massive 40.5 square metres.
I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bigger than it looks on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much bigger than it looks on paper.
It is much bigger than it looks on paper.
Meanwhile, the living room is now more of a snug. And considering Lauren really wants a space that could seat more than 3, how she organises this room is crucial.
So, what is the current plan for in here?
A sideboard, 60s sort of style, along here,
Great.
and have the TV sort of here,
Okie dokie.
and then have a sofa along here.
What if you had 2 sofas that way? Which would definitely give you more seating. If you had the telly there, in a way where the fireplace was, and you had sofas here, everyone could see the telly.
I hadn't thought about putting the sofas there at all.
I love a cosy living room, and that would make it more cosy.
It would make it
Yeah.
more cosy. The other thing about that is that would mean you had seating in this room easily for 6.
Yeah.
Making this house suit their needs better as a family is vital, which is why I'm so pleased with the work going on to turn the wasted garage space into a useful utility room.
That kitchen is going to look so fantastic and feel fantastic because you have got the utility room and you come in, come back from work, come back from school, come back from doing any activity, you just dump the stuff in there. It doesn't make its way into the kitchen.
Yes, I can't wait.
A garage conversion is a really cost-effective way of adding usable floor space.
Only 24% of households with garages actually use them to park a car. More often than not, they get filled with junk. But with an average of 18 square metres to play with, the potential of a garage is endless. Important to remember, garage floors are often lower than the floors of your house, so raising the levels to match is a good idea and enables you to carry out damp proofing and insulation of your new floor too. As well as useful utility space, they can be knocked through to create a bigger kitchen, extra reception room, or even an extra bedroom. There's no such thing as a standard garage conversion. Cost is dependent on what you want to use your garage conversion for, but it very often adds value to your home and is a cost-effective way of getting more space. Back in Bury, as the utility is installed, the old garage is on its way to becoming a useful space. And along with the new kitchen, is part of a whole new ground floor that will work brilliantly for the family. Beat that, Pip.
I think I already have, Kirsty. And before I take the guys to my final property, I'm in the mood to gloat some more.
Oh, Phil's better off the telly. What have I done to deserve a call from you?
Hello. Well, I'm with Lauren and Christian in Bury St Edmunds. Tell Kirsty what we saw, Lauren.
It was so nice. They had a pantry, Kirsty.
We looked at a house that had a pantry almost to equal your pantry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I am absolutely toast.
For once, Kirsty, I'm inclined to agree with you. But I'm not finished yet. Knowing how much Christian loves repurposed buildings of the farm variety, I'm confident this next place is also right up his street.
What could be in here?
Oh.
Should we go in or should we just go home again?
I think I'd like to see this one.
This is a beautiful 16th century timber frame barn conversion, set in an idyllic spot surrounded by lovely farmland outside the village of Felnatham. It's still only 15 miles from Bury and commutable for both of them. Inside, despite being Grade 2 listed, the barn's been converted with space and contemporary living in mind and is a whopping 45% bigger than their current home. Downstairs, there's an enormous, stylish, open-plan living, dining, kitchen area, perfect for family life. Upstairs, 2 bathrooms and 3 double bedrooms, one with access to an attic den. All this and a quarter of an acre outside for $395,000, a whopping 35 grand under budget.
This is pretty special, yeah.
I know Christian will love this.
Yeah, I'm partial to the bathroom
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanted history and you wanted character, and that's what you get here.
Yeah. I can't wait to see it.
Right. What joys await us inside, then?
So far, so good outside.
Come on through. This room is 34 foot long.
That is a bit
It's
special, isn't it?
humongous.
It is full of interest.
That is...
Sure it is, yeah.
You wanted a burning stove, you like exposed beams. You know, this is the real McCoy.
Yeah, it's lovely. So nice. I'm a
is-
bit speechless.
Yeah. It's exactly, how I'd want to live, kind of all together in one space.
Yeah.
It's just really stunning.
I think we would struggle a bit day to day living in a space like this with the children, because you just go a bit crazy in one area all day, every day.
Well, there's the outside.
So true, Christian. And the bedrooms upstairs are good sizes, although there may not be as many as they were hoping for.
Why don't you go and have a look?
Yeah, we'll go and have a look.
It's only got 3 bedrooms.
but I had to show it to them. It's stunning.
This is interesting.
It's quite cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
And one of the 3 bedrooms does have an extra snug area.
Oh, that's very cute.
Ah.
Nice one. It's very cool, isn't it? It's really different.
Well, my main worry here is, of course, I'm in great danger of making my job look remarkably easy.
Okay, so this is the master bedroom.
Oh,
Oh, bathroom. That's nice. I like it. Yeah.
I think it's missing a bedroom.
I thought you'd say that.
Christian said he wanted a barn conversion, and what a barn conversion this is. The compromise is 1 less bedroom, but what you gain is an incredible amount of living space.
Christian, you were the one that wanted something of interest and personality.
And you've definitely delivered on that. Yeah.
Again.
Again.
Sorry, yeah.
There was a missing word there.
Sorry, Phil.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just think the upstairs space in this one is not quite where we need it to be. I mean, the last one ticked, I think, every single box. This one ticks a lot of boxes compared to where we currently are, but I think there's a few things that would hold me back in this particular property.
OK, so have I opened your eyes? Have I done my job here?
Yeah, definitely. 100% for me. I've been really surprised. Really surprised.
And I don't think I need to ask you the same question, Christian.
No, I knew you'd deliver.
So I've done my bit. Over to you now.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm really excited now that we've seen all 3 properties. I think there's, one standout one out of the 3, but it's just proven how much more we can get for our money if we move outside of Bury.
Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. Yeah, it's so much to think about now. I'm so confused. I am really confused.
Well, I can't do any more. I think things have gone brilliantly. I've shown them fantastic properties all within budget. I'm just going to have to wait and see now, but I reckon Kirsty should be very, very worried.
Oh, Phil, before you get too smug and start running through those fields celebrating, wait until you see the transformation I'm going to pull off back in Bury St Edmunds.
It is really beautiful, Bury St Edmunds.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It's just lovely just driving around here. I am reasonably confident about this because I think that they will be inclined to stay.
I wouldn't be so sure, Kirsty. I showed them some stunning homes, but I'll let you fantasise for now.
So, there we are.
Christian and Lauren have been staying at her parents' and will be moving back in later this week. It's exciting times for everyone.
So I reckon this was yours to lose, if you know what I mean. Because it was quite a straightforward job. I don't want to take anything away from your many talents and skills, but I think it was quite straightforward. Hello. Nice to see you.
How's things?
Oh, very good. Phil was just, bracing himself for his loss.
Bracing himself.
Come in.
And braced he should be, for gone is the cramped, dated kitchen. And in its place is a spectacular, open-plan kitchen dining space. A truly incredible transformation.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is big. It's so bright.
It is so bright. It is absolutely phenomenal.
So that was a dining area and the kitchen was here. And I sat with my head under the shelf or something.
Yeah, no, that was there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep, no more squeezing around the kitchen table here. There's even a kids' play area. Before they felt separated from Oscar and Annie, but now they're in view at all times, even in the garden.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, we're so
It's
beautiful.
Really nice.
It is
And
absolutely.
It brings the garden inside as well.
Yeah.
So the real secret was buying the extra plot of land, wasn't it?
Yeah.
To enable
That unlocked everything, yeah.
Let's not forget, though, there was talk of putting an offer in on property number 2.
Just to sprinkle a little bit of, sobriety into the proceedings, it's 80,000. £50 worth of spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on, you're not playing fair.
Yeah.
Your budget was 60.
Though it's easy to see where the extra 20k went, the high-spec kitchen, underfloor heating, and an extra metre out.
What am I, what to say?
Oh, what have you to contribute,
Well,
Phil?
there is-
Nothing.
I don't see a larder.
The larder
The
was.
walk-in larder cupboard was.
That was pretty special,
Yeah.
wasn't it? 4-bed, detached, character, larder.
Clutching at straws there, Phil. They don't need a larder now the cluttered garage has been replaced with a fabulous utility and storage room.
What have you done here?
Threw a lot of stuff away.
Where did that room come from?
And next door, by removing the arch and dividing the rooms, the extra wall has made this lounge a much more usable space.
So this is kind of halved in size, but actually it's still a really usable room, isn't it?
Halved in size.
Well, it went right through there, didn't it?
I definitely feel it feels bigger in here.
It had an arch.
An arch there.
So it wasn't a particularly usable room. Now it's a really cosy adult sitting room.
I was concerned this room would be small, but the clever layout and Lauren's amazing taste make it the perfect adult space. And for one final bit of magic.
Watch this, watch this. Ready?
Oh, that's very cool indeed.
Yes. Yeah.
Particularly that it comes immediately with Kirsty and Phil's Love It or List It.
I know.
Oh, busted.
Impeccable taste all round.
That's
then
superb.
the-
Turn it off again. That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
Love it. List it, I mean.
After all, as pretty as it is on the inside, it still lacks character on the outside.
When we first came here, Lauren, you were adamant that you were going to stay, predominantly because you like the location of the house.
Yep, close to school,
Yeah.
walking, grandparents, just perfect.
Christian, you didn't like the look of the house.
That's right, yeah.
So in my mind, it was a question about location versus looks. When we went out looking at houses, certainly two of them, property 2 and property 3, absolutely delivered on your desire for something of interest, of character, individuality.
Yeah, property 2 was absolutely stunning. Loved it throughout.
4 bedrooms detached, lovely garden, country views. It had it all going on. Beautiful village. It would have probably meant a long commute or a change of school, but, you know, these things happen.
Yeah.
You could put it aside for a house like that, though, I think. It was so gorgeous.
If you move, there are some sensational properties out there.
100% agree
Yeah,
with that.
totally, yeah.
So,
But do you want to move? And that,
Is the question.
so, Lauren, Christian, are you going to love it?
Or list it.
sorry, Kirsty. You're gonna love it.
Gonna love it, yeah.
I did.
You looked at her and sorry.
When you said sorry, literally, it has happened before. It has happened before that people have really surprised me. So I never bank on it. It's a good decision. It's the right one for the family.
Was that an easy decision, Christian?
I think now looking at how it's finished, yeah, I think it's fairly straightforward. I mean, it's exactly what I wanted to see from this extension. It's you know, it's that space that we can all live in, and it's finished really nicely.
We're so happy with
Yeah,
it, so happy
I'm
with
so pleased.
it all.
Of course, it's still a very boxy-looking house from the outside. Christian was more, you were interested in something that was a bit more unique, had a bit more personality.
That's right, yeah. And I wasn't afraid of having some additional commuting time.
No one's afraid of what they don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
You then had moved in with Lauren's parents and you were doing the commute, and suddenly getting to school in the morning was a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
I think because we work so hard, and on my days off, I don't want to be getting back in a car again. So it's that just ease of just having a nice day.
I think that what you've done is very special. There aren't many houses this close to town with this size garden, with this size kitchen.
So I think it is a great result. Well done, seriously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Meanwhile, I've got to buy Kirsty a drink and drive her home.
Yeah.
It's a hard life. You know, there are people, Phil, who would like an opportunity to buy me a drink and drive me home.
I'm not one of them. Here you go, then. Now you've got the pretty drink.
It's become a bit of a theme, Phil, and either this is a fashion in drinks or you are torturing barman the length and breadth of the nation.
No, it's become a fashion.
Properties that Phil showed us were so lovely, but it's made us appreciate this one even more with the location.
Yeah, it's pushed us to achieve more, I think, with this build.
We're really excited to move back in. We can't wait to just unpack everything and get the children back here and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they were already in the right place for them.
Yeah,
they just
100%.
needed the right house for them.
Yeah.
And they created it for themselves. They just needed a little bit of a push.
They've made the right decision, 100%.
Well, here's to making the right decision.
And next time, there are big surprises in store.
Wow.
Oh.
I've got a swimming pool in the middle of my lounge. Excuse me?
With something no one wants to see.
You think I'm putting those on?
As things start to get tough, it's sink or swim.
I don't like it. I do like the sunshine. The sunshine's fabulous.
Clutching at straws here.
But can we bring them together in the end?
Are you going to love it?
Or list it.